Get ready for The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people, and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Hello and welcome back to The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown. Community media, Civic Center TV, and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, and thank you for joining us as you do each and every day throughout your work week on Comcast Channel 15 and on AT&T Channel 99. In addition, you can find us online on civiccentertv.com as well as on our Facebook and YouTube pages, Facebook at Civic Center TV 15 and on YouTube at Civic Center TV. In addition, take us with you on the road safely on your radios on 89.3 Lakes FM and online. You can listen to Lakes FM on lakesfm.com. Diane, it's been a rainy week so far. It's going to continue to be a little bit of precipitation today, but we'll get some sunshine as we head into the weekend.
That is true, Tyler. So we're going to have 2 days of rain on Friday and Saturday with highs expected to reach 50 degrees on today and 43 of lows also for today. We have, as you said, a little bit more precipitation, a little bit more rain, cloudy morning, and then rain will follow throughout the afternoon and the evening. And as we go into Saturday, similar conditions for Saturday with the highs reaching 50 degrees and lows reaching 37. It will drop a little bit lower, and rain will continue throughout the mid to late afternoon, and it will stop at around 10 p.m. in the evening. And as we go into Sunday, temperatures will continue to be highs 50 and lows of 34, a little bit lower, but more sunshine. We're going to have a partly cloudy morning, but then a lot of sun as we go into the afternoon, and a very clear skies as we go into the evening. Tyler, a beautiful Sunday. It'll give us some rest and some nice end to this very rainy week.
Yeah, nice, clear, crisp fall day on Sunday for those of you across the Greater West Bloomfield area. All you got to do is get through a couple more days of rain, and we'll have some sunshine and partly cloudy days ahead. Plenty making headlines on this Friday in Greater West Bloomfield for residents of all four of the communities. This is Shredding Weekend at West Bloomfield Town Hall. We'll give you details on how you can participate in that, both for senior citizens today and for all residents in the four communities on Saturday morning. The West Bloomfield Lakers take to the gridiron one final time in the 2023-24 regular season before they ultimately will find out this weekend where they'll be in the MHSAA playoffs. Oak Park coming to town. We'll give you more details on our coverage later on in the program. The West Bloomfield Police Department needs your help choosing a Halloween costume for Police Chief Michael Patton. How you can do that and possibly win a prize in the process. Very talented musicians over at West Bloomfield High School had a chance to perform earlier on this week. We'll tell you how you can watch that concert and give you some visuals from a night of music at West Bloomfield High School. Over the weekend, a free flu vaccine on its way to Spirit of Grace Church in West Bloomfield Township. We'll tell you how you can participate in that. We'll give you the when and the where for that Saturday flu vaccine. Plus, if you're looking for a place to go to watch the big game on Saturday between Michigan State and Michigan in college football and want to support some of our local athletes, Nick O'Shea will join us to talk about the House Divided NIL Watch Party happening over the weekend. We'll give you details on that in just a little bit. Plus, mark your calendars for a Veterans Day celebration just a couple of weeks away with our friends at West Bloomfield Parks, as well as the library, West Bloomfield Township, and other organizations throughout our local community. We'll tell you when that's going to be happening, plus how veterans and a guest can get in for free. Plus, later on, making news in Oakland County and around the state of Michigan. Oakland County is set to use American Rescue Plan Act funds to possibly eliminate medical debt for a large sum of people here in Oakland County. We'll tell you who is going to qualify for that and how many people that clearing of medical debt could impact right here in Oakland County. Plus, we talked about it earlier on in the week. MDOT is instituting new HOV lanes, or high occupancy vehicle lanes, on Interstate 75 between Detroit and Pontiac. We got a long form video, a few minutes long, that gives you exact details of where on I-75 is affected by these HOV lanes, when they'll be in in effect and how to properly navigate them as you get ready for these to take effect in the Great Lakes State. Plenty more of your stories from your hometown on your community media all day long. Stay with us. The Splash Live continues in just a couple minutes.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. Missed one of our live broadcasts or one of your local municipal meetings? Check it out online at civiccentertv.com. Every meeting, show, and interview on demand. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Take a break and tune in to the Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. This is Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home. And now, back to the Splash, live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your community media 5 days a week on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban. You can continue to follow along with everything happening in Greater West Bloomfield each and every day, all throughout the week, with special programs and more information on our Facebook page at Civic Center TV 15, as well as on YouTube at Civic Center TV. If you've subscribed to our YouTube channel for free, and ring the bell also on our YouTube page, you will get information on our videos the second they are posted. You'll get a notification through your YouTube account that we've posted a new video or that we're going live. That's really important for things like West Bloomfield football every Friday night, especially as we now get into the playoff season next week and beyond, hopefully for a long playoff run, plus special programming all year round that you can find live and on demand on our YouTube page at Civic Center TV. A big weekend in West Bloomfield Township. We've had our household hazardous waste events for 2023 now have come and gone, but the shredding events have one more weekend before the end of 2023, and that all begins tonight at West Bloomfield Town Hall. Shredding for old documents that are outdated or maybe have personal information on, and you need to dispose of them and make sure they're disposed safely. And also can include junk mail, like we've talked about earlier on in the week, that may have some personal information on it or pre-filled out forms that someone really just needs to put a couple more pieces of information and a signature on to steal your identity, maybe get a credit card. That's the kind of stuff you can bring to West Bloomfield Town Hall for this shredding event. Get rid of that stuff safely and get that information out of your home and out of those old documents taking up space in your home and in your office. This is happening tonight from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock at Town Hall for seniors in the 4 communities. They can drop off their materials to be shredded tonight from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. All other residents in West Bloomfield, Keagle Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and Orchard Lake Village may also attend on Saturday from 9 a.m. until 12 noon. And this will be at West Bloomfield Town Hall on Walnut Lake Road, just west of our building at Civic Center TV in West Bloomfield Township. In addition to shredding services, you can also dispose of some old technology, also including CD-ROMs, date tapes, old computer hard drives. Here's a throwback for you kids. Floppy disks and videotapes also can be disposed of at this event, both Friday for senior citizens and Saturday from 9 a.m. until 12 noon for all residents of the 4 communities. Again, that is open to everybody in West Bloomfield, Keagle Harbor, Orchard Lake Village, and Sylvan Lake. I would suggest you bring some ID with you or proof of residency in these 4 communities, because it's only open to those in these 4 communities. Other great places to go for more information include wbtownship.org, as well as the Facebook page of the West Bloomfield Police Department at West Bloomfield PD. But Dayan, another great effort for people to get rid of some things in their home, but do so safely, especially those documents that may have some personal information on them. Maybe you've kept some of your tax information from 10 plus years back, just in case you ever got audited, and now that stuff's outdated. You don't need that in your home anymore. Instead of having that personal information sitting around, you can take it in to be safely disposed of with vendors hired by West Bloomfield Township and subsidized through funding from the other 3 communities in the Tri-Cities to help our local residents get rid of some of those documents and recycle properly.
That is true, Tyler. So shredding events, they do help you get rid of these very sensitive and confidential documents that you have lying around the house. You don't want to throw them in the garbage. It prevents identity theft. We all know that that is a very common thing nowadays. So instead of just throwing them in the garbage or just tearing them into 2 or 4 pieces in which somebody can collect them, I mean, it happens. You never know. It did happen before. So it is very important to shred these documents. It also helps with recycling, as you said, Tyler, and decluttering and space management. We all have these junk mail lying around all over our house. We don't want that. It creates so much mess in our boxes. We don't need it. If you don't need it and you need more space for new mail, new important mail, just go ahead and shred them. Protect your documents, protect your identity and your personal information, and make up some space in your house for more mail. Preferably not junk mail, but more mail and more important documents, and better space management. And it looks so much better, Tyler. It's neat and nice.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier on in the week too. West Bloomfield Parks has unveiled their conservation tip, or Green Dream as they call it, for the month of October. That includes helping you get rid of that unwanted junk mail coming into your mailbox before it ever gets there. The number for opting out of a lot of this junk mail is 1-888-5 opt out. 1-888-5 opt out. But for those that want to get rid of those documents, hey, maybe you've digitized those documents in your home and now don't need the actual physical forms anymore because you've got it in digital form. Another reason that you may be bringing your documents there. But for whatever your reason is, whether it's that or eliminating one possibility of maybe you'd otherwise throw those documents out, and like Dayan said, identity theft is a real thing. It is identity theft is no joke. It affects millions of families every year in our community and all throughout the U.S. and around the world. People having their identity stolen. So all the more reason that the shredding service is really important in West Bloomfield Township. wbtownship.org for more information. Again, senior drop-off is today, Friday, October 20th, from 4 to 6 p.m. at West Bloomfield Town Hall. All other residents in West Bloomfield Township and the Tri-Cities of Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake Village, and Sylvan Lake, that is 9 a.m. until 12 noon on Saturday. Happening this evening, the regular season finale for the West Bloomfield Lakers varsity football team. After 8 games, they are 6-2, coming into the final game of the regular season, hoping to make that 7-2 and have a strong finish to 2023 with 2 consecutive wins. Well, 3 consecutive wins that would be from Oxford to Southfield A&T and hopefully Oak Park tonight. It is an earlier game, originally scheduled to be a 6 o'clock game at Oak Park High School for security reasons and logistical reasons. Oak Park had asked West Bloomfield to take the game themselves at their home stadium. The game has been moved to West Bloomfield High School, but will start at the same time originally scheduled, 6 o'clock p.m. So, for those in West Bloomfield or Oak Park that would like to attend the event, students especially, you're going to need to bring a student ID or have a parent with you that can verify that you are a student at either Oak Park High School or West Bloomfield High School. Those are the only students that will be allowed into the games. There's going to be a limited allowance for the audience to attend at tonight's game. All the more reason to join us for our live coverage on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. You're seeing on your screen all the different places you can tune in tonight. Of course, you can listen on the Big 89, 89.3 Lakes FM and lakesfm.com. LakersSports.com. You can also watch on CivicCenterTV.com/LakersSports. That's your home all season long for West Bloomfield Laker football. In addition, you'll find us on the Facebook page of the West Bloomfield School District at West Bloomfield Schools, on our Facebook page at Civic Center TV 15, as well as on our YouTube page at Civic Center TV. Just search West Bloomfield Lakers football or search Greater West Bloomfield Civic Center TV on YouTube. You'll find our channel. While you're there, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll get notifications every time we go live for West Bloomfield Laker football, both tonight and all throughout playoff time, with the Lakers figuring out where they'll be in the MHSAA playoffs. Sunday at 6 o'clock, Bally Sports Detroit having their special MHSAA playoff selection show for football for all 8 divisions across the state of Michigan. The Lakers coming in with a lot of expectations this week, some renewed hype around the L-Boys after a rousing victory a week ago against Southfield A&T, running the undefeated Warriors off of the field after scoring 28 points in the first half to Southfield's 0. They gave up a fair amount of points in the second half, including a garbage time touchdown, quite literally as time expired, but ultimately had more than enough to come away with a 31-20 win in week number 8 against Southfield A&T. But week 9, they're coming in with some renewed expectations. M Live elevating them in their rankings from number 14 to number 9. They ended up going from being outside the Associated Press's top 10 high school football teams in Michigan to being number 8 coming into the final week of the season. State champs elevating the Lakers from 13 to 11. The Free Press having them outside of their Division I top 10 a week ago. Now they're number 10 once again. The Detroit News elevating the Lakers 7 spots in their Super 25 from number 17 to number 10. Again, the game against Oak Park tonight is at West Bloomfield High School. It's technically an away game, but will be on the West Bloomfield home field at the Swamp. Kickoff at 6 o'clock. Our coverage will begin about 5:15, 5:20 or so on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM with This Week in Laker Football, followed by the Laker pregame show, and then kickoff at 6 o'clock between the Warriors of West Bloomfield and the Knights of Oak Park. You have a chance to decide a very big decision coming up in West Bloomfield Township, and your input is going to be paramount to that. As you're seeing, Officer James Pettinato last weekend at St. Thomas's Chaldean Church in West Bloomfield for one of their Halloween events. We have other pictures up there, Calvin. We can scroll forward so we see Batman Cop on the left. You see Princess Cop in the middle. But on the right, that's not someone dressed up as Chief Patton. That is Chief Michael Patton. I can confirm that. We can confirm that. Yes, we can. Okay, I'm getting confirmation that is in fact the real Chief Patton, not an elaborate Halloween costume. So Chief Patton attended, but he didn't have a Halloween costume. He doesn't know what he's going to do for Halloween, and we're just a little bit over 10 days away from that, 11 days from Halloween, and Chief Patton's running out of time. So the West Bloomfield Police Department is enlisting your help, and you could win a prize in the process. There is a post on their Facebook page, facebook.com/West Bloomfield PD, where they're looking for you to go into their comments and suggest a Halloween costume idea for Chief Michael Patton. Now, they'll scroll through that. They'll list all the ideas. Maybe perhaps they'll put that in a police helmet and choose it out just randomly, or they'll get creative and choose the best one. But the best comment, the best idea for Chief Patton's Halloween costume will win an official West Bloomfield Police Department mug. Very nice mugs, by the way. It's a great, something great to enjoy a morning cup of coffee or tea, or just do what I do during the Splash Lodge. This isn't a West Bloomfield Police Department mug. This is a special The Splash mug, which you can get from our team at Civic Center TV. Have a nice little sip of water in your police department mug. And all you gotta do is give the police department an idea of what should Chief Patton be for Halloween. We've got some that have come up already that have been pretty interesting, including Vic Mackey from The Shield. Maybe not the best representation of a good police officer. Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. It's a spooky idea. General Patton, U.S. Army. It's got the name recognition to go along with it. Somebody suggested Prince or Beetlejuice, which I don't know if that quite captures the essence of Chief Patton. And then, of course, Alex Williams, I think, is the leader in the clubhouse from Sarnia, Ontario, commenting he should be the fire chief. And Diane, earlier this week, Diane, we talked about this. I actually think you have the best idea. and that's that the police chief and the fire chief should switch places for Halloween. Nothing's scarier than a police officer being in the fire department and a firefighter being a police officer for Halloween. That's spooky in and of itself. That'll scare our firefighters, our paramedics, our EMTs, our police officers all together.
I think that is, I have to agree with you. My idea is the best idea so far. It will definitely spook everybody working in the fire department and in the West Bloomfield Police Department. It's Tyler, I just have to say that apart from these very funny comments and having to take this decision on what Chief Patton should wear and for Halloween, I have to say I must appreciate our West Bloomfield Fire Department and police and law enforcement officers, because they are truly engaging all our community members in whatever they do. And it creates such a nice, if you want, a very nice feeling of comfort between our community members, to know that they are this close with our law enforcement, to know that they are engaging with them, that they feel comfortable enough to know them, to know all of them, and to be with them apart from being their law enforcement. It's not just fear or about instilling fear in people, in our community members, the residents, but it's also such a friendly, nice environment that we have here. We are all engaged together. We are all helping these police officers, and they're helping us keep our community safe. So it's honestly a wonderful idea. I know it's funny, but it truly creates this wonderful environment in our community.
Yeah, we heard so much in recent years. The buzzword's been community policing, getting to know the people that you are enforcing the law upon or helping in many of these situations. That's very much the approach that the West Bloomfield Police Department has been taking over the last several years, even before these sort of renewed discussions on the purpose of police or the approach that police should be taking in our community. So that a great example when they were out last weekend at St. Thomas's Chaldean Church for the Trunk or Treat event, and engaging in the community with something fun like this. You choose the police chief's Halloween costume and you win a mug. And Dayan, while I think your idea is the best one, we've got several police department mugs already in our break room at Civic Center TV. So look, I can't make Dayan not enter this contest herself and throw her idea out there in the official Facebook comment entry form that is in place at this time. But if you want a police department mug, go into our break room, go ahead and take one. We have, frankly, too many mugs in there as it is. A little inside Civic Center TV for you folks at home. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, we'll celebrate our very talented musicians at West Bloomfield High School. Had a great concert earlier on this week, and we'll recognize them for their musical performances across several different disciplines. Plus, a flu vaccine clinic happening this weekend, how you can get your free flu shot with Alana's Foundation right here in West Bloomfield. Stay with us. More of your stories from your hometown on your community media up next.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. Find local municipal meetings at our schedule on civiccentertv.com. Find when your meetings air live or when they're replaying on our Civic Center TV live stream. Find it all at civiccentertv.com and click schedule at the top of the screen.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
Watch West Bloomfield Lakers football all season long on 89.3 and Civic Center TV. Join Tyler Kieft and Matt Catoni each week for live, in-depth, and exclusive coverage before, during, and after the big game. It's your local high school football team on the road and in your backyard on your home for West Bloomfield Laker football, Civic Center TV, and 89.3 Lakes FM. Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Find us on Instagram at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to The Splash, live.
Welcome back to The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your local community media, Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban. Plenty making headlines across our local community on this Friday in Greater West Bloomfield, but among the loudest making noise in our community are those at West Bloomfield High School in their musical departments, and they're not making noise that's just loud and cacophonous. They're making noise that is beautiful and has good tune to it and timbre to it, and that's musicians across several different disciplines, and they have their music on display at the high school earlier on this week at what's called their Prism concert. That's musicians from the marching band, the concert choirs and orchestras, Laker Express and other choirs also singing as well. And it was all organized by those directing their musical departments like Linda Trotter and Jesse Sachs in partnership with their theater department's technology manager, John Verlouve, making sure everything sounds clear and crisp in the auditorium, and they're set up for performances by several different groups of musicians. And this was all done earlier on this week at West Bloomfield High School. Had a great turnout, a great opportunity for musicians across the board at West Bloomfield High School to show off their talent. And I've watched a little bit of this. They did a great job earlier on this week, and there is a video available. If you go to the West Bloomfield School District's Facebook page at West Bloomfield Schools, they do have a post about their Prism concert. A lot of these pictures that you're seeing on your screen right now on CivicCenterTV.com, as well as on our YouTube page, on our Facebook page, and on your cable TV channels. Those are posted in that post by the West Bloomfield School District, as well as a URL that takes you to a full video of the concert from earlier on this week at West Bloomfield High School in their auditorium. We are working on getting a copy of that to air on the West Bloomfield School District's channel, WBTV on Comcast Channel 19 and AT&T Channel 99, very soon, as you see the smiling face of Jesse Sachs, the band director, on your screen on CivicCenterTV.com. Diana, great display of a lot of the talent in the arts at West Bloomfield High School.
That is true, Tyler. It's very beautiful to see all these happy faces. It looked like they have been working so hard, learning all this music so hard, and they look very talented. I'm so happy to see our students in our community shine and show truly what they got, Tyler. I can tell that everybody was happy. Everybody looked so, their smiles were from one side to the other, so it looked like a wonderful concert.
Always is, and you can follow along with more of their musical concerts all throughout the season, whether it's musicals on the stage, choir concerts, band, or orchestra concerts, by visiting the calendar on the West Bloomfield School District's website at wbsd.org. Over the weekend, a chance for you to get into the fall season and get into the flu season safely by getting vaccinated against the seasonal flu with Alana's Foundation. They have a free vaccination clinic happening on Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at Spirit of Grace Church, located on Figa Avenue in West Bloomfield. This is open to everyone, but it is recommended so that they make sure they have the proper supply for this event, that you pre-register on alanas.vna.org. That is alanas.vna.org for more information. The clinic ID is 1826 with the passcode being Alana's 2023. On your screen, and Calvin, if you can remove the form on the right side, because that is incorrect. That is a previous vaccination clinic that happened at Town Hall about 10 days ago at this point. This one will be happening on Saturday at Spirit of Grace Church, 2399 Figa Avenue in West Bloomfield Township. I will navigate over to their Facebook page as I describe this to you. So what they want from you in order to register for this event is any information you may have on your insurance, so that if your insurance covers this, of course that's going to be covered and that's going to be marked in your medical records. But if you don't have insurance, they do subsidize this through Alana's Foundation to provide you with the information that you need. So more information can be found on this flu vaccination clinic by going to facebook.com/Spirit of Grace, facebook.com/Spirit of Grace, or you can call the church at 248-682 248-682-0770. Thank you, Calvin. That is the updated form. And on that, we'll keep that on your screen for a few more seconds. You see there's a QR code on that also. If you scan that QR code from that form, that will take you to the page that you need for the sign-up information. And that form also has the clinic ID and the passcode, so that on vna.org, you'll be able to, on alanas.vna.org, you'll be able to complete the consent form and pre-register. You don't necessarily have to pre-register in order to attend this vaccination clinic and to get your vaccination against the seasonal flu. But again, these vaccination clinics, they are as supplies last. So they'll have a certain number of vaccine there that they'll be able to administer. If they run out and you're not registered and you show up, they may not have the materials needed to provide you with that flu shot. Not necessarily a bad thing, as Alana's Foundation does go out throughout our local area for these free vaccination clinics all season long. And you can always find more information on the foundation at alanasfoundation.org. But Diana, great opportunity for people to, right here in our local area with a trusted community organization that has done a lot of research on the seasonal flu, can talk to you about the dangers of the flu and the effectiveness of the vaccine with some efficacy as well. Get an opportunity to talk to them and even get your flu shot early on in the flu season.
Tyler, that is definitely true. We did talk to Alana's Foundation before. We were there at the West Bloomfield Fire Department event, the 100 years of WBPD, and Alana's Foundation was there. They have great resources and a lot of information about the importance of getting the flu vaccination. We did talk about it with a doctor that we previously had on our show, Dr. Jamie Tawil. He did talk about all these dangers and why it's important to get this flu shot, especially during this season. It's not as people think it is. We always think, oh, it's just the flu, but sometimes it can be very detrimental to a person's health, especially to our children's health as well. If you go onto the Alana's Foundation website, you can see what prompted this or what founded how this organization was founded, and it was because a young girl unfortunately lost her life to the flu because we assume that the flu is just the flu. So it's a lot of information. If you want to know more, if you're not ready to get these vaccinations yet and you still have these doubts, you can go ahead and talk to them. They have great resources, a lot of information on why it is important. And if you are convinced enough, then it is the way to go. Get your flu shots. They will help you with or without insurance.
Yeah, this organization was founded back in 2009 in honor and memory of Alana Yaksic, who was 5 years old when she had died from complications of influenza on February 3rd, 2003. Alana's Foundation, this organization was built by her parents and by her family to preserve her memory and help other people that, much like them. And Zachary Yaksic, I had a chance to talk to him a few weeks ago at the West Bloomfield Fire Department open house. He said quite explicitly that, that Alana's mother and he had not taken the flu seriously. They hadn't gotten their kids vaccinated. Their daughter got sick, and the complications from the flu ultimately were the cause of death in Alana's situation there. And so they're going throughout the community to talk about the seasonal flu, to talk about the dangers of it. They're not just out there trying to get people vaccinated, or they're not out there with some special partnership with those that are manufacturing vaccines or any of that. It's simply just because they want to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes that they made, or that you're at least well informed and making a sound decision before you decide to get or not to get your seasonal flu vaccine. You can find more information as well as info on other upcoming vaccination clinics from Alana's Foundation on their website, alanasfoundation.org. Again, the website, alanasfoundation.org, or send them an email, info@alanasfoundation.org. That vaccination clinic free at Spirit of Grace Church this weekend, Saturday from 10 a.m. until 12 noon, 2399 Figa Avenue in West Bloomfield. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, the big game on its way on Saturday between the Michigan State Spartans and the Michigan Wolverines on the gridiron, featuring many of our alumni, including Samaj Morgan, Dylan Tatum, Peyton Harvey, Donovan Edwards, Trey Mosley, and so many others. And there's a special event that's directly benefiting some of our local athletes participating in the big rivalry on Saturday, and a great opportunity for you to watch the game with friendly people right here in West Bloomfield. We'll tell you how and where you can join in on that fun over the weekend, coming up next on the Splash Live.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. This is Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. On cable and the radio. On the web too, and on social media. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
1 in 4 Michigan homes has high levels of radon, a naturally occurring radioactive gas known to cause lung cancer. It doesn't matter where you live or what type of home you have. You won't even know it's there unless you test. So don't wait. Testing is cheap and easy, and if there's a problem, it's simple to fix. Visit michigan.gov/radon to learn more.
We took action. Will you?
Take a break and tune in to the Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Follow us on Twitter at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. It's your stories from your hometown on your community media, Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban. Now, the Splash Live is your home for West Bloomfield Laker football each and every week all throughout the fall season, including tonight's game against the Oak Park Knights and over the playoffs over the next several weeks. But after these players make big performances on Friday nights, eventually some of them do go on to play on Saturdays at the highest level in Division I in the NCAA, including at some of our favorite schools such as Michigan State or at Michigan, both facing off against each other in East Lansing on Saturday evening on NBC. You'll have a chance to not only watch the game in our local community, but support many of our athletes who are participating in the game at Michigan State on Saturday evening, including Samaj Morgan, Trey Mosley from both Michigan and Michigan State football respectively, as well as Peyton Harvey, a cheerleader at the University of Michigan. There's going to be a cheer camp at 6 o'clock at West Bloomfield Middle School. The doors will open to the middle school at 5 o'clock, and then, of course, the 7:30 kickoff food. The game, a lot of fun to be had at West Bloomfield Middle School, and a friendly environment also to enjoy the game. We recently talked to Nick O'Shea, actually on yesterday's edition of the Splash Live, and we're able to talk to him about this event, what's going to be happening at the House Divided NIL Watch Party, how you can participate, and ways it not only helps our local athletes, but also helps our local West Bloomfield High School DECA program, our business students as well. Let's take a look at that conversation from yesterday's edition of the Splash Live. The big game over the weekend is happening in East Lansing, the biggest rivalry game in the state of Michigan between the Michigan Wolverines and the Michigan State Spartans back in East Lansing on Saturday. A night game in East Lansing, but all day, plenty of fun celebrating the event right here in the Greater West Bloomfield community. And what's even better about it is it's also celebrating and assisting our athletes, our alums from our local area, 3 of which are co-hosting this event: Samaj Morgan, Peyton Harvey, both from the University of Michigan, as well as Trey Mosley from Michigan State. And it's all being hosted by one of their former teammates, West Bloomfield High School alum Nick O'Shea from Extra Point Solutions joins us now on the Splash Live to talk about the House Divided NIL Watch Party. Nick, thanks for being with us.
I appreciate you, Tyler.
Yeah, glad to have you on. This is a really cool event that's happening. It's a watch party for the big game on Saturday happening at West Bloomfield Middle School. But let's start from the beginning of this, because you have organized this event from the jump. This has been several months in the making. But where did this process begin to hold a watch party to support the name, image, and likeness business of 3 of our favorite local alums?
So I give a lot of the credit to Coach Bingham. Daryl Bingham's a big part of our West Bloomfield football family and our West Bloomfield community. And, when I started Extra Point Solutions and started doing a lot of NIL stuff with former Lakers, Coach Bingham came to me with the idea of creating an event that can incorporate multiple Lakers. And first thing that came to our mind was the Michigan State game. We got a lot of guys playing in the game, and we're super thankful that Peyton's able to come. Patton will be at the event, actually, and hosting her first ever cheer camp as well.
Yeah, and it's great to see our athletes making a big impact, too, on the field. These three athletes that are the subject of this event, Trey Mosley, Samaj Morgan, and Peyton Harvey, all major players in their particular sports at the University of Michigan and Michigan State. Trey Mosley, one of the most highly regarded seniors on Harlan Barnett's Michigan State team. Samaj Morgan, a rising star for the University of Michigan. And we're also going to see so many others who are up and coming, like Dylan Tatum, also having an impact on the field, and Donovan Edwards also having a major impact on Michigan. So getting to cheer on our local athletes, but also supporting the name, image, and likeness business of these athletes as well. So tell us about the event. It's going to be at West Bloomfield Middle School. Of course, kickoff's at 7:30, but there's plenty of fun that's happening all afternoon leading up to the big game.
Yep, so we'll have a cheer camp at 6 p.m. Peyton will be hosting her first ever cheer camp for any kids ages 6 to 13. They're all welcome to come to the cheer camp. And when you get your ticket for the cheer camp, you're welcome to stay for the watch party after as well. We'll have food. We've got T-shirts. I've actually got our shirt on here. This will be the shirt that's included. Everyone that comes will get a shirt. Food's included. There will be games, giveaways, all types of fun stuff.
Yeah, a really great experience to watch the game with people in your community. Enjoy the festivities of the rivalry. You not have to go out into the busy area of East Lansing on a game day for a night game and spend all night there. You can go watch the game with some friendly people, enjoy the competition, and then take a short drive home in the evening. In terms of tickets, they're still on sale right now. There's actually a discount for those in the West Bloomfield School District that's available that also goes to help these student athletes at the next level directly. Tell us how people can get tickets.
So you can go to extrapointsolutions.com, and extra is spelled XTRA, pointsolutions.com. And all the tickets are there. You can buy tickets to the watch party, the cheer camp, both on there. You can use code LAKERS for 30% off. And please feel free to share that code with anybody. Everybody's welcome, whether you're from the West Bloomfield School District, outside the school district. Anyone who wants to be there, we'd love to have them.
And in terms of NIL, that's the big buzzword in college athletics over the last several years, with student athletes now being able to market themselves directly and through third parties to essentially make profit off of their notoriety and recognition for playing sports at the next level, something that had previously not been allowed by the NCAA and had resulted in significant violations and even removal of awards and championships for players and for programs in the past. But it's also still very much in its infancy. It is kind of the Wild West at this point in time. And so in terms of what you do at Extra Point Solutions, supporting our local athletes like Samaj and like Trey Mosley and Peyton Harvey for this event, what goes into it from your business's perspective and from other businesses' perspective to execute the NIL business for these different athletes and make sure that they're putting their best foot forward, but also not getting taken advantage of by businesses out there that are looking to profit off of their success?
Yes, sir. So here at Extra Point Solutions, we pride ourselves in kind of being covering every corner of the industry, and for each athlete, that's different, and that's where we pride ourselves too. We have an athlete's first mentality, and we understand that it's not about us, it's about them. Whether that athlete needs help, social media branding, personal branding, or they just need help from a marketing aspect, looking for deals and finding deals. Some athletes go out and find deals themselves. Others want us to find deals for them. We're just here to be a support system for those athletes in whatever way they can. So oftentimes, we put together marketing campaigns and pitch it to companies and incorporate whatever athlete makes sense there, whether it's based on their demographic, their social media following, the school they're at, etc. But I really like the way you said Wild West, because that's really what it is right now. The NIL industry truly is the Wild West right now, and I do believe that's coming to an end soon. They're starting to put some regulations on it and start to do things the right way, which is, I think, good for all the other people doing it the right way.
And how is this for you as a former athlete, as someone that played football at a high level at West Bloomfield and even beyond that, playing at the collegiate level too, for you to support these athletes, knowing their experience at the next level, playing college, what their experience is both as a student and as an athlete? How does that incorporate into your business and the way that you help these athletes now with the business side of being a collegiate athlete?
Yeah, that's not super special to me. I'm a marketing guy at heart, but at the same time, most of these athletes that I represent at this time have been teammates of mine, or I coached at one point or another. Trey I played with, Samaj I coached, Patton I went to school with, and that's family to me. And all the other athletes that I represent that I didn't have the opportunity to play with or coach, they're family to us now too here at Extra Point Solutions. And that's super special to me to be able to help people that were a part of my journey. And having a connection with the athletes that I represent also allows me we have a different level of trust with each other. I know what they're capable of. It's easy to sell when you believe in something truly. And I truly believe in all the athletes that I have on my roster. And I truly think and hope that they believe in me too.
I mean, you look at extrapointsolutions.com/athletes. That's XTRA, pointsolutions.com/athletes. It's a laundry list of very recent West Bloomfield athletics legends there, including Max Hairston having a great season at Kentucky, Cornell Wheeler, same thing going on at Kansas. Of course, Samaj Morgan, Makari Page at the University of Michigan, Trey Mosley at Michigan State, and so many other athletes from across the sports. And you can find more information on the House Divided NIL Watch Party event, as well as the cheer camp happening over the weekend by scanning this QR code on your screen on CivicCenterTV.com. That will give you the information on the House Divided event and take you to their ticketing page as well. And we talked about this earlier on in the week, Nick, on the program. There is a special discount for those in the West Bloomfield School District. If you put in the promo code LAKERS at checkout, the proceeds from that discounted rate actually will go to help the DECA program. You've had a special connection, too, with that DECA program in planning and executing this event.
Yeah, so DECA also played a huge role in my journey growing up. That was the first thing outside of football that I found a passion for, and DECA helped me find a passion for marketing and kind of drove me to it sparked me to create what we have going here with Extra Point Solutions. And I'm super happy that we've got a DECA team on board, and they've been a ton of help. Charlotte Brager, Alan Karras, and Bradley Bordelove have all been a great help. Those are 3 West Bloomfield High School students who are working in the DECA program and working with us on this event.
Again, more information on the House Divided NIL Watch Party event can be found on extrapointsolutions.com. If you go to extrapointsolutions.com, at the very top of their page, click on House Divided, and you can find more information. Again, the kickoff for the game on Saturday, 7:30. Festivities begin at 5 o'clock with the doors opening, and a 6 o'clock cheer camp with Peyton Harvey from the University of Michigan's cheer team at West Bloomfield Middle School. Tickets, $30 for one ticket, $100 for a family pack. And again, promo code LAKERS to get 20% off your ticket purchases and help the West Bloomfield High School DECA program in the process. Nick O'Shea is with us, founder and CEO of Extra Point Solutions, on the program with us today. Nick, before we let you go, any more information about this event we haven't discussed yet that people should know, or other things they should know about the watch party before they attend on Saturday?
No, I really appreciate you, and I really hope we can get a good showing for these 3 amazing athletes at these 3 schools, or at these 2 schools, and all Laker alum. Just super excited to be able to support them in the West Bloomfield community.
Again, extrapointsolutions.com is their website for more information. The number 2 Michigan Wolverines coming into East Lansing to take on my alma mater, the Michigan State Spartans. A struggling team in their own right, but a very interesting matchup anytime these 2 teams take each other on Saturday, whether it's in Ann Arbor, in East Lansing, or anywhere else. And it should be a very interesting game. A night game under the lights at Spartan Stadium at 7:30 on Saturday. Nick, thank you so much for joining us.
Awesome. Appreciate you, Tyler.
Glad to have had Nick on the program with us to talk about that House Divided NIL watch party happening on Saturday. Doors will open at 5 o'clock to the event with kickoff at 7:30. The cheer camp with the University of Michigan's Peyton Harvey will be on the field at West Bloomfield Middle School at 6 o'clock, just before the big game in East Lansing, the Michigan State Spartans and the number 2 Michigan Wolverines. And you can watch the event with food, fun, and friendly people at West Bloomfield Middle School right here in our community over the weekend, supporting Trey Mosley from Michigan State, Peyton Harvey, and Samaj Morgan from the University of Michigan. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, how low-income residents across Oakland County may see some of their medical debt eliminated by Oakland County, plus some changes coming to Interstate 75. We'll have a video explaining some of those changes up next on the Splash Live.
The Splash Live. Take a break and tune in to The Splash Live on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Join Tyler Kieft and Dayan Chaaban as they go through headlines, events, and update you on the day-to-day in Oakland County. Catch us live weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Watch us on demand at civiccentertv.com. Or watch us on TV at Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T at Channel 99. Missed one of our live broadcasts or one of your local municipal meetings? Check it out online at civiccentertv.com. Every meeting, show, and interview on demand. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Want to enjoy Civic Center TV on your social media? Find us on Instagram at Civic Center TV. Get notified when we upload one of our interviews, full episodes, and more. Thank you for watching and listening to Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. Your stories from your hometown on your community media, Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban. Making news just outside of our community, maybe even including some in our community. Oakland County announced on Thursday, Executive David Coulter said up to 80,000 low-income residents could see their hospital bills canceled in the coming months without any impact on local taxes overall. This is part of a partnership with the nonprofit RIP Medical Debt out of Boston, Massachusetts. Here's how this is going to work. That nonprofit RIP Medical Debt will buy a bunch of medical debt from creditors that hold medical debt for Oakland County residents and then sell that to the Oakland County government for $2 million. That's pennies on the dollar, says Executive David Coulter, which will then have Oakland County be in possession of that medical debt and relieve that altogether for these local residents. So how will the county do that without impacting their taxes? They're going to use $2 million of their American Rescue Plan Act or ARPA funds in order to buy that medical debt from this nonprofit and then relieve it for our local residents. Who will that impact ultimately? Those that are making less than 4 times the federal poverty level, which comes out to be about $58,320 for single income residents and $120,000 for families in our local area. Also qualifying for this medical debt relief will be people whose medical debt equates to 5% or more of their annual income. According to Bridge, Michigan, via the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, medical debt is the #1 source of bankruptcy in the United States. So this is going to provide some much needed relief to residents, especially lower income residents in our local area. Dayan.
That is very true, Tyler. And honestly, that's a great initiative by the Oakland County, and it does truly provide such relief for everybody who is going through some medical issues and they have a lot of medical debt on them. It is great that they acknowledged the rules, and they set all these, if you say, the poverty line, so anybody who qualifies can inquire more and visit oakgov.com to learn more about how this will help our community members. And if you are someone who is suffering from medical debt, just learn more about it, learn how you can reach out and apply for this medical debt relief.
Yeah, and more information can also be found if you go to the Facebook page of the Oakland County Executive's Office. They did have a full video announcement of this on Thursday, talking about this new program, and that people will be notified of their debts potentially being up for relief sometime in the middle of next year, according to an article that we are referencing from Bridge, Michigan. Across the state of Michigan, we're seeing construction continue to impact our local communities. We're seeing changes in our roadways, looking to make our roadways more efficient. That includes a little bit of a test happening with MDOT on Interstate 75. They're going to be instituting new high-occupancy vehicle, or HOV, lanes on I-75 between Detroit and Pontiac very soon, with those lanes essentially being carpool lanes for during the morning and evening rush 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Here's an explainer video from the Michigan Department of Transportation on what these lanes are, how they're going to operate, why they're instituting these, and also how to navigate those lanes during those peak hours in the case of an emergency, or whether or not you qualify. Let's take a look at this explainer from MDOT.
Michigan is on the go, and the opening of Michigan's first ever high-occupancy vehicle lane, or HOV lane, will help us manage growing traffic congestion by promoting travel with 2 or more people in a vehicle. The Michigan Department of Transportation, with an eye on the future and in the spirit of transportation innovation for which Michigan is known, has constructed an HOV lane on I-75 as part of the larger Modernized 75 Transportation Improvement Program. The 14-mile HOV lane can improve transportation safety and mobility by reducing the number of vehicles on the road, which is better for everyone. And carpool lot parking locations along the corridor at Adams and 12-mile roads makes it easy to meet up. The first of its kind in Michigan, the I-75 HOV lane provides choice on both how and when we travel. The clearly marked left-hand lane opens for HOV travel only during peak weekday travel times. At all other times, the lane is open for general traffic with no restrictions. The HOV lane can be used by all vehicles with 2 or more people. Motorcycles are welcome in the HOV lane too. EVs and alternative fuel vehicles using the HOV lane still require 2 or more people. Clear pavement markings and signs specify where the HOV lane begins and ends. The HOV lane is open access, meaning vehicles may enter and exit at any point. To enter the HOV lane, check for oncoming traffic in the lane, signal, and enter the HOV lane at traffic speed. During peak travel times, enter the HOV lane only if you have 2 or more riders. State and local police will monitor for safe movement in and out of the HOV lane and to ensure drivers have the correct number of people. Drivers signaled by the police to pull over should not stop in the HOV lane. Rather, they should continue at safe speed and pull over as directed by the police. If emergency vehicles are present in the HOV lane, traffic should safely move to the right per local laws and allow the emergency vehicles to pass safely. To support the use of the HOV lane, carpool lots with free parking along I-75 make it easy for people to meet up and take advantage of the HOV lane during peak travel times. HOV lanes benefit all Michiganders. Sustainable transportation across Michigan is vital to our quality of life, the economy, our health, and the environment. The I-75 HOV lane can effectively manage the flow of I-75 travel so we can all enjoy a safer ride while going from here to there. The I-75 HOV lane, so you can enjoy the ride.
Modernize75.com/HOV is the website for even more information. Again, those designated lanes will be active for 2 or more people in occupied vehicles from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, just on weekdays and just during those times. Otherwise, they will operate as the regular left lane on each and every one of our highways. Modernize75.com for more information. Plenty of your stories from your hometown on your community media each and every week, all week long. You can always find more information and keep up to date with us on CivicCenterTV.com as well. Stay with us. The Splash Live will continue very soon.